Okay, folks, 5-1 is a professional and one half of the Twin Dragons. Please welcome Josh Wang-Kim. Josh, my man, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. I know you got a lot on your plate and you're busy, so we'll keep this kind of short. We're a week out, or no, we're like, what, 4 or 5 days out from the fight now? How you feeling? You excited?
I feel great. I'm water loading right now. I'm tapering everything down. I'm going to be cutting salt out soon, but I feel great. This is the best camp, best weight I've ever been at. So
awesome. Yeah, I was going to ask you about that a little later, but you just answered. So weight cut was great all around, 100%.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. And weigh-ins are what, Monday?
Weigh-ins are Monday, correct.
Cool. So glad to hear you'll be on track for that. You just mentioned to me before we started recording that you are in Vegas. Are you going to go to the fights tomorrow night? Oh, the fights are in Salt Lake City tomorrow. Duh.
Yeah. I mean, I wish if they fought in Vegas, I would be there 100%.
I just looked at that question and I was like, no.
Yeah, Salt Lake City.
Well, you doing anything fun on the strip anyways?
No, I'm keep it low, keep it nice and easy, mentally prep. I don't want to like spread myself too thin.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely be tuning in some good fights. There's gonna be some great fights this weekend, the UFC and also the bare knuckle fighting with MVP and MP. Dude, that's hilarious. That's gonna be great too.
Who's winning that, MVP or Perry?
I think MVP is gonna take it, but I like Perry though. Perry's a clown. He's hilarious.
Yeah, dude, he's funny as hell. Who you got in Usman and Edwards?
I mean, Usman, he's a different fighter now. He's like, I think he's finally fully developed his striking, and we see it in the past couple fights. He already has that wrestling and grappling pedigree, but Edwards has developed as well. Yeah. So the rematch, I feel like, is going to be more of a striking bout, and I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think Usman fell in love with his hands for good reason, knocked out Masvidal like it was nothing. So I'm excited as hell for that fight. So let me ask you, where did you spend your training camp? Were you at Boxing Works in LA? Is that correct?
So I commute back and forth from San Diego and LA.
Okay.
So like probably like every 2 weeks or every other week. It's just depending on my schedule. So I'm down in San Diego. I do a lot of heavy grappling in San Diego, and then when I'm in LA, I do a lot of heavy striking.
Cool.
But I like intermix it with my brother. So he's currently right now like filling as a role of a head coach.
Okay, interesting. Who else do you train with? Any notable names anyone would recognize?
I mean, I train with a lot of good guys, a lot of top athletes. I was training with I guess a notable name in the MMA world right now is like that I train with is JJ Wilson. So I was training with him for a little bit. Training with like Spike Carlisle.
Okay.
Yeah, the Alpha Ginger.
Yeah.
That's my boy. Yeah, I grew up with him.
Oh, that's awesome.
But a lot of like top like amateurs and like up and coming pros. Yeah. So I'm yep. I got a lot of good people around me.
And how was camp overall? Like, you don't need to get too much into details, but good camp. You feel ready and good?
Yeah, camp was good. This was a 12-week camp. So like right after my last bout, I kind of already knew that we're going to be on Dana White Contender Series. So I just hopped right back into training, and it's been a long camp. Like 12 weeks is it's pushing it. I don't think I'll do another 12-week camp.
No, that's a crazy long camp, man.
Yeah.
But again, big fight on Tuesday. So better safe than sorry.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad to hear you're on weight and healthy and feeling prepared. Good to hear. So 4 of your 5 professional wins are by finish. Even your only loss was by finish because you knocked him out with an elbow, illegal or not, you still. So what sort of like style, flavor, flair can we expect on Tuesday night?
In this game, like my brother and I, we are the anomaly. We didn't come up with the cookie cutter format of like boxing, wrestling, and then like having that pedigree. We came up with everything, like we came up learning everything from like karate, Muay Thai, jiu-jitsu, judo, boxing, then incorporate some Greco style wrestling and then freestyle wrestling, and then a little sprinkle of Tai Chi. So like our style is unique. So like you just have to tune in August 23rd to find out.
I'll be watching. But yeah, I feel like a lot of you, like this next generation of up and coming fighters, for the first time, we've been seeing like full MMA athletes. Like, you know, I wrestled growing up, but then MMA is a big thing now. A lot of the kids now, they're just training MMA their whole lives, and they're a different breed, a different animal. So
I know.
so
It's amazing. It's really amazing to see how like what the sport has like taken, you know, like initially the beginning to like where it is now. Like I'm really, really excited that there's a lot of people training out there, you know, like the next wave of generations of fighters and athletes coming up. It's gonna really like propel this game to the next level.
yeah, it just keeps getting more competitive, and with that, it just keeps getting more entertaining. So I'm on board.
Yeah, right.
Here's an interesting statistic I pulled up. You have a very difficult record with experience, so to speak. I don't know if you knew this, but your opponent's combined record is 84-49. So it's not like you're fighting cans. You fought very good competitors throughout your career. How is that experience with good talent going to carry over Tuesday and even into the UFC?
Wow, you did your homework. I love
Trying,
it.
man. We're trying.
You know, like I've been training for 14 years. You know, I have like 22 fights, 15 finishes. So it's like, you think about it, 22 fights, like, and then getting to this world stage. It's like, it's kind of like what the boxers do. You know, they build that decorative amateur record. And then once they hit the pros, they're already very seasoned and ready to shoot up to the world level. And that was our plan. You know, like we wanted to be like learning, gaining the experience, gaining the ability to like sub somebody, knock somebody out, what it feels like go to decisions in the amateur leagues, you know. So like we're ready at the pro level when we're amateur, and now we're at the pro level. I'm ready for the world level, and now I have a world stage platform to showcase that.
Yes, sir. Love it, dude. Love it. Have you watched any tape? What are your thoughts on your opponent, Cameron Simon?
Yeah, no, I watched some tape on him. He's a good kid. He's a tough kid, you know. He's undefeated. I love that. He's got a chip on his shoulder, you know. He's their top local talent in South Africa.
Yeah.
But, you know, like this is not the local scene anymore. This is the world scene, you know. And just like the Bisbings and the Cormiers, what they say, you know, there's levels to this game. And on August 23rd, I was showing I am on a different level.
So that's a good segue into my next question. You being on a different level. Before I go a little bit into that, do you bet or gamble on sports at all?
I'm not that much of a heavy gambler anymore. I mean, I'm up, so I want to stay up. Yeah. But my brother is the one that gambles a little heavier.
Okay. So the podcast that runs called Tapped Out. We're on the BetQL network, so we kind of have like a betting angle. You just said you feel as if you're levels above your opponent. Carrying off of that, the lines aren't out for the fight yet. I don't know whether you'll be a favorite or an underdog. Doesn't matter. What do you have to say to people that are going to throw money down on you?
Well, what I want to say in the beginning for my LFA fight was that I apologize. I did not know that I was going to be disqualified. And then I know people put a lot of money. I ruined a lot of parlays.
Never apologize for people betting on you.
I feel bad. I was like, I didn't know Trig was going to like just DQ me. I thought he was going to at least take a point off. I'll like still win, you know?
Well, I think he stopped the fight because of your opponent's reaction. Like it looked like he wanted to like retaliate, like, whoa, that pissed him off. So I think that's why Trig called it. He was like, no, we got to stop this.
Yeah. I mean, I I actually got to meet Arnold, you know, and train with him a little bit, and he's a great kid, you know. And I apologize for elbowing him in the back of the head. It was accidental. It was not on purpose, you know. But the way that he did pop up and he wanted to go again, I thought Trig was gonna like at least separate it, let him like get his bearings, and then we just continue the match. But that was not the case, and I lost a lot of people a lot of money. But it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. But I'm just excited just to go out there and just finally just like be there, you know. Like I'm just gonna reap the fruits of my labor, and that's 14 years in the making, you know. So like whatever odds come out, whatever lines come out, just know that like I will showcase and I will put a performance of a lifetime out there.
Love it, man. Love it. And let me just say this as somebody who gambles a good bit and interviews a lot of fighters. Don't like, I get it. There's pressure on you and you know, there's money on you, but dude, like I put money on a fighter, you know, like I would never message a fighter and be like, dude, what the hell, man? Like, I hate that shit. I think that's so disrespectful. They put the money down, not you. Don't apologize. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. It just sucks because like I was in control of everything besides that last thing that happened. You know,
For sure.
that was the only thing that I couldn't control. I did not know that Trig was going to disqualify me, and then my first loss in professional league, and then screw everyone over. I didn't know that. So if it's things that are in my power that I could control, like I had the responsibility to like take ownership of it, you know. But like things like that, I couldn't control it, and it just made me feel bad.
Yeah.
So
Totally get it, man. And big respect for you saying that, you know.
yeah.
So we kind of talked about this, but let me just ask you, like, clear cut, how do you envision the fight going down? And if you don't like that question, a lot of fighters are like, I don't like that question, I'd rather see how it goes down. Feel free to say so, but how do you envision it going down?
You know, like I just envision myself just going out there, just being authentic, being dynamic, you know, being the anomaly that I say I am. You know, like I'm unpredictable, and unpredictability is dangerous. So I go out there, I do my dance, I add my little funk, you know, and then you just gonna have to watch it August 23rd.
Yes, sir. I'll be tuning in. So will everyone watching, hopefully.
Yep.
So you get the dub Tuesday. You're sitting backstage. You just talked to Laura Sanko. If you got a chance to say something to Dana White before he came out and made his decision, what would you say?
You know, I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about that a lot. You know, I've been knocking at this door for quite a while now, you know, and then when I make that statement, I'm going to be slamming on that door, you know. So Dana just have no choice just to let me in, you know. Like I can't wait to be home.
That's his favorite answer too. So he'll love you. Have you been watching Contender Series this season at all?
Yeah.
You a big fan of the show? What are your thoughts so far?
No, I am. I love that he's bringing all like the top prospects all across the world, you know, and then like they have to perform, because I love that he's saying that he doesn't do any film studying on any of the contenders. You know, he just like you got to show what you are and what you're made of on that night. And that's what it is too, as being an artist. You know, every canvas is new, every stage that you go into is new, brand new. So I want to paint that masterful piece for Dana, for the world to see, and show the world, you know, like who I am.
It's a very unique show because it is all about that one night, as to where a normal fight, whether it's for a championship or an amateur bout, doesn't matter. It's about winning. But this night, you know, it's more than winning. It's like, I got to win and show that I can actually sell myself. So I can't even imagine. I don't know if it's added pressure as a fighter or not, but that's got to have some bit of weight to it, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's my job now, you know, like it's very hard to make this sport a career, you know, because there are no entitlements in this sport at all. So I do my due diligence every day, you know, and at the end of the day, I know that even though as barbaric as it sounds, oh, you punch this guy in the face for money, like you're an entertainer, you know, like we're the modern day gladiators, and we're here to entertain the crowd. You know, like that means that you got to do your media training, you got to like branding, you have to perform, you have to do everything that encompasses and umbrellas everything. So I make sure I do my due diligence, and I just entertain people at the end of the day. Because when I build the fans and build that notoriety, you know, that would elevate my platform.
You're going to sell, my man. That's a great attitude to have.
Thank you. Thank you.
So if you don't want to look at this, I know you got to fight folks on, just tell me, but do you have anyone in mind for a potential UFC debut that might be of interest?
I do not, but once I get the contract, I want to do one more fight before the end of the year. So yeah, keep this train running, dude.
Got to get you on a MSG, man.
Yeah.
So come watch you in person.
I'm excited though too, because my brother will be fighting as well. So he's gonna fight next after me.
I was going to ask about that later, but I'll ask about that now. Does he have a date set?
We are looking right now. So there's a lot of potential dates coming up soon. So because like it's hard, because like right now he's helping me prep, and then right after I'm done, I'm gonna help him prep, and then he's helped me prep again, and then we'll go. So That's why I'm only one half of the Twin Dragons,
Yeah, I'm excited to hear what's up with John. He hasn't fought since 2020, so it'll be great to see him back.
Yeah.
So let's look forward here now about yourself. You get the dub, you make your UFC debut. 20 years, 10, 15 years, whatever goes by. You've done it all. It all went the way you wanted it to. How did that look? What was your dream career?
My dream career is obviously to have that gold strapped around your waist, but it's also like I want to have the influential wealth and the platform to inspire others. Like that's what I really want to do. Like I want to influence the next generations of martial artists to come up, and I want to teach them, because I feel like at the end of the day, like the most rewarding and fruitful thing that I could do is to teach others, and I've been teaching just as long as I've been training. So if you're ever in San Diego, you want to come take my class, hit me up.
I've never been to California, but I'll take you up on that if I get out there, man.
Yeah,
I'd love to do
come
that.
out, dude.
I got the tie shirt on now, so
yeah,
I'm about it.
I see that.
Be a great time. But yeah, man. So it sounds like you could possibly have a future in coaching then, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to coach. I want to do seminars. I want to do it all. Like it's martial arts has opened a lot of doors for me and benefited me in a lot of ways that I use day to day, and I know it can benefit everyone else that it touches.
So martial arts has been a part of your life for a long time. You've been a professional for quite a long time now too. So I don't need to tell you this. I'm telling people watching this if they don't know. MMA fighting is not an easy career. You need to be fully physically, mentally dedicated. It takes up a lot of time. You have the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. Frank Wells, a fighter I interviewed this week, had a great quote. He said, "You don't need help through the highs. You need help through the lows." When you're experiencing those lows, whether it's after a loss, whether it's just a late night thought of you doubting yourself, what gets you through that? What motivates and inspires you?
Yeah, like I said, martial arts, there is no entitlement in this game. It's a very brutal game, but at the end of the day, like that's fighting. Being a martial artist is different. Being a martial artist is a lifestyle. Yes, you win, yes, you lose, but that the losses don't define you. It's like the biggest failure in life is not even trying. If you try and you fail, at least you tried, but if you don't try, you will never know if you will succeed or fail. So I'm just excited that I'm trying, I'm trying. I love this game. I'm obsessed with this game. It's something like I've made a lot of sacrifices for this game, so I'm just excited just to really show people and like show the world, like this game is something. I think it's one of the best sports in the world.
Hands down, it is the best sport in the world.
It is the best sport in the world. Correct.
It's my favorite by far. But yeah, right? Love that perspective, man. And Tuesday, it's all going to go your way. So got one more question for you here. Let's take a break on the fight talk. You're going to get plenty of that coming up. Just tell me about like Josh, the person. What do you do when you're not fighting or training? Do you have any interests or hobbies that are outside of training and fighting in the octagon? No. That's a good dude. A lot of people say that.
Everything is so like we have our peaks and our valleys, So when I'm in training camp and I'm revving up and I hit my peak, that's where I'm going to be competing. And then when I hit my valleys is where I'm going to be still developing. So I'm always coaching. I'm always teaching. I'm always learning. I'm a sponge, always absorbing new material. And it's just like, this is my life. And I think this martial arts will be my life for the rest of my life, and it's something that like I'm okay with because I love doing it. I love waking up, doing this. Other people have their 9-to-5 jobs that they wake up to, that they hate, sit in a little cubicle, sitting down for hours and hours a day, like I get to move around. I get to be active. I get to be creative. I get to like get new ideas, throw it into the petri dish, let it grow organically. So this is it for me. And, and I'm glad to have found people like-minded around me to help like grow this game. There's evolutions to this game. and we see it firsthand, like in the beginning, martial art, like the mixed martial arts, like you don't have to be a master of each discipline to perform. Everyone starts at a lower level, and then they start to gradually obtain and level up. And then like now we're going to see it. I feel like we're going to see this game like evolve and elevate to it's like the peak where everyone's like a black belt to say in every discipline. Those will be the most entertaining fights to watch.
Yeah, and they are now, like the masters of MMA going up against each other. The more high level, the better the fight is, in my opinion.
Correct.
So since that's your life and interest and hobbies, who's your like favorite fighter? Did anyone specifically get you into MMA, or how did you fall in love with the sport?
I fell in love with more just like, I wanted to learn self-defense because growing up, my brother and I were skinny, scrawny, like little Asian kids getting picked on. So I just wanted to just learn self-defense in the beginning, And we our first time at the dojo, we got ragdolled around.
Yeah.
Ragdolled around. And then we were just quickly humbled. So then from there, we was like, okay, like skills like this actually exist. Like I want to obtain this. So we just trained for day in and day out. 14 years later, right now I'm at this spot talking to you, right about to make my Dana White Contender Series debut. So it's been a journey, and I'm just excited for the whole process. It's just like the movies, like the scene where they're all training right for the big battle where they go fight the boss or the bad guy. The training scene is like what I love.
Yeah.
That's the scene that leads up and make sure that you do your due diligence, you cross your T's, you dot your I's, and then you go and perform. So.
Love it, dude. Absolutely love it. And I'm really excited for what started all the way back then to transpire into what's going to happen on Tuesday night. Can't wait to see you get that dub. Can't wait to see a fight, and can't wait to see you have a great career in the UFC, my man. I'll link your stuff below here so everyone's going to go follow you. But Josh, thank you so much. For those who don't know him, go look him up on YouTube. His highlights are there. They're awesome. And Tuesday night, August 23rd on Dana White's Contender Series, he's going to deliver again. Josh Wang-Kim, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jake. Much appreciate it.
Of course.